Tonight, the CBS Playhouse presents its first original drama of the season, The People Next Door, starring Lloyd Bridges, Kim Hunter, Fritz Weaver, Phyllis Newman. This series of original dramas is being brought to you this season by General Telephone and Electronics.
Yeah.
I brought you some crab meat.
Thanks. Looks good.
What are you doing up here?
Nothing important, just pleasing myself.
I miss you downstairs. Your father will be home in a few minutes, and
you'd like for everything to look nice for the people next door.
is that so wrong?
No comment. Look, Mom, you know I can't stand that Sandy.
Well, Artie, there are always people in this world we don't care for.
I didn't say I don't care for him. I said I can't stand him.
So loud.
It's no secret.
You could make an effort at least.
Make an effort to like him? You mean I don't have a right to not like him?
Well, it seems to me when somebody's here, you could at least be nice.
Be nice. Look, Mom, I wish I could go down there and be nice all over the place. For you. But lies like that just ain't my scene anymore, Mom. Dig?
No, I'm afraid I don't dig.
Look, I found I got a self. You know, a self. That's a big thing.
Yes, well, I'm glad to see that truth is so sacred to you, even if self-discipline isn't. All right. I wasn't going to say anything about this. Not now, anyhow, but since you dig the truth so much.
Hey, that's grass.
Well?
Well, what?
Artie, how did marijuana get into our home?
Well, how would I know? Where'd you find it?
I found it under the Shelf paper in the coat closet. As you very well know.
It's not mine. I don't need that stuff anymore. I'm turned on enough already. My songs turn me on. My work turns me on. Chicks turn me on. I don't need pot.
So you deny it?
You don't believe me, do you?
Oh, no, of course I believe you. After all, the truth is sacred to you, isn't it? All right, we won't discuss this again. Because I'm afraid of what would happen if your father ever found out.
You don't believe me, really, do you?
The subject is closed.
Well, then, as long as you're already mad at me, do you mind if I ask you one question? Do you really like that apron?
Father bought this for me.
Kiss me later. I'm busy. Mom, it just ain't you.
I don't think that's yours to judge.
Do you think?
Should be glad. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I played better with my eyes. I just should have put
yeah.
I love you, baby. I love you. You are my sunshine.
Let me tell you something. You're not the hostess of this party. I know the way I'm so fond of you sometimes.
Hey, shouldn't I seen you guys? How about that? Hi, baby, you're proud of your daddy? Oh, look out now. Get all buddy.
How are you, Mr. Mason?
Fine, Sandy, fine. Had a great trip.
How many did you get? Anyway?
12 altogether.
Oh, 12. David, why did you...
Hey, half of these are for you guys, you know.
I thought the limit was 3.
That's if you get caught. Hey, I better get back in the kitchen before these ducks drip all over your mother's rug, huh?
I can't believe it. Hey, young wives.
What's that drink?
Scotch. Have a
Oh, no, I
little
better
bit
stick
of
to
it.
martinis. I had a couple on the way home with Ray.
Mr. Mason, I'll take it from you.
Oh, Sandy, how nice of you. That's real
Isn't
nice.
my son wonderful?
Hey, just give me money. I'll take my martini here.
Good
now. Let me
thinking,
show
man.
you.
You better wait till you taste it.
Remember the way I
He
told you,
thinks
huh?
that 6 to 1 means 6 for Booth.
That's the old David. I gave him a lesson in martini construction the other
come on.
night.
But you don't be too sure. You can't teach an old dog
Right.
new tricks. I should know.
That's the
I
juice,
should
right?
try it.
That's right.
Have I
All right.
tried?
Now,
you're all right.
Now
Here's
the
the vermouth.
vermouth. But
Here's the
just
vermouth.
whisper. Just whisper.
That's it. No more.
No, just
Oh,
sweetheart.
did you have a good time?
Wonderful time, wonderful time. Got 12 between us. Knocked down 14, in fact.
Where are the other 2?
They were crips. They flopped off somewhere in the weeds.
What'll happen to them?
Oh, but they won't suffer long, will they, Arthur?
Oh, no, some fox probably get them. Oh, foxes have to eat too, you know.
I'll tell the
Try
world.
this.
Taste
Now, what do you
it,
think?
taste.
Dave, you find
Pretty
it?
good, right? I used the eyedropper just like you told me.
Hey,
Well,
that's
pretty
a
good.
winner. That's a winner.
You're a square.
Lemon.
This is square.
Who won that football game today?
We did.
Good girl, good girl. My daughter goes to football games. My son sits home and strums a guitar. You figure it out, huh? By the way, where is he?
Oh, he's not feeling very well. He has a headache.
It's carrying that 15 pounds of hair around. I'd give anybody a
Doesn't
headache.
that 15,000?
Listen, I'm telling you. Hey, she's very sick.
Your wife is killing you. Anything like that.
Wait, I didn't tell you what happened. Hey, Sandy,
Oh, Dave, you gotta think
no,
this.
just give me 1 sec. Hey, did I tell you what happened to our son?
No, you didn't.
He made the dean's list.
Hey,
Yeah.
really?
Take it back.
Congratulations.
Take it down.
That's wonderful.
Yes,
Oh, come on, man.
Congratulations, Dave. That's
Has
great.
very little to do with it, though.
Oh,
Let me
come
tell
on,
you.
you're always
What can I tell you?
What do you mean you had nothing to do? Are you thought of? Hey, the dean's list.
Oh, congratulations, Sandy.
And his political science teacher sent David and me.
Ah,
said,
funny.
us,
Sent us
but
a
really
note.
you. I mean, you're
All
in
right,
charge of the
okay.
braids department. Anyway, he sent us a note
Yeah.
that Sandy's going to be a fine
Could be.
lawyer.
Could be a fine lawyer.
Could
He didn't
be.
say
It makes a
fine.
difference. Anyway, congratulations.
Thanks.
Hey, where's your drink? You don't have a drink.
I don't really want
Oh, come on. You don't have to pretend you don't want to drink. Of course you want to drink, but
Mom,
only
I
one. Do you hear? 1 is your limit as long as you're underage. We're breaking the law even to give him 1, but I close my eyes and I don't look.
Too much. How about you, drink?
Made you a steak. I knew you didn't really want duck.
Good girl, good girl.
Arthur, remember tennis in the morning?
Listen, I'd be better off if I didn't win. I'm playing with that guy I was telling you about who has all those poultry shops. I think he's going to give me the refrigeration contract for the whole shooting match. Hey, sweetheart, why don't you and Maxie stop by the tennis court in the morning after church, huh? I don't suppose you're going to church in the morning?
Wasn't planning on it.
You ought to go to church with him every once in a while. You might learn something. How's your head?
My head?
Mother said you had a headache.
Yeah, well, you know, Mom. She just says things like that because she can't stand the truth. I'm feeling fine.
I had to beat the hell out of you.
Arthur,
and I can still
please.
do it, too. Don't think I can't.
I'm sure you can. What would that prove?
Arthur, Artie, please, let's have a nice dinner.
What's he been moping up in this room about, huh?
He doesn't like Sandy.
Doesn't like Sandy because he gets his hair cut once in a while. What about after he was gone, huh? Could have helped your mother clean these ducks.
Maxie and I didn't mind.
She didn't ask me.
Could have helped me kill him, too. Did ask you. Nice way, too. I want you to come.
I told you, Dad. That's not my scene.
Well, maybe you ought to make it your scene once in a while instead of moping around the house in that girly hairdo plunking a guitar.
Why don't you leave him alone about his hair? Just because it isn't the same length as yours?
Excuse me from the table, please.
She's just nervous.
I criticize him and his sister flips. Looks to me like if anybody was going to get mad and leave the table, it would have been him.
I'm too hungry.
These troops are out searching for the remainder of a Viet Cong battalion. There was a battle here on the edge of the Mekong Delta late last night. Not a tough battle, but it brought some spectacular results. 600 troops of the U.S.
sexy.
9th Infantry Division.
I have to take these things up.
Come here, come here.
Battalion, estimated at 350 men. During the night, nearly 100...
I didn't mean that kiss me later bull for me, you know.
Well, who else could it be for?
Ooh, you know what I mean, you sexy wench.
Honey, she hasn't come out of her room since she left the table. Not once.
Oh, let a pot'll do her good.
Yes, well, it's not doing me any good.
Come on now, sweetie.
See you later.
Try not to wake us up when you come in, dear.
Later, Pop.
Hey, you gotta be kidding. You're not going down the street like that, are you?
It's our group. It's our custom.
What the hell ever happened to civilization?
It's part of our thing.
Part of our thing.
Now the Viet Cong are shooting back.
Well, I suppose you'll be doing their thing pretty soon, so you might as well go out and have fun while you can. Shut that off, will you? Sick of it. Bang, bang, bang.
Arthur, would you come here, please?
What?
Quickly.
What's the matter?
Please, hurry.
I want to...
What's the matter?
I want to go home. I want to go home. I don't like it. Too far. It's too far.
What the devil?
I hear mountains. I hear mountains. Mountains.
All right, you think I'll take you this one out.
I'll be all right.
Maxie.
I'll be all right. Don't worry. I'll be back. I really will.
What the devil are you doing in here?
Don't worry.
Maxie.
I'm looking. I see. Look at me. Way up. See me?
Maxie, get out of there. Maxie. Stand up. Maxie.
I see music. Music? Look at the music.
She's tripping.
What? She's what?
Maxie. Artie's here. Don't worry.
Artie? Sweet guitar. Sweet, sweet, sweet guitar.
the hell are you talking about? What's the matter?
Be quiet for a minute. Did you ever hear of LSD? It's okay. It's okay. Artie's here. It's okay.
I want to go home. Home. Home.
Maxie, how much did you take?
Not much. Not much.
LSD. LSD.
Oh, bring me back. I want to come back. I want to go home. I'm scared. I'm scared. The mountain's coming.
It's a nice mountain, Maxie.
The mountain's coming. I'm electric. God! God! I'm electric!
You're coming back, Maxie. Don't worry. Artie's here. The mountain won't hurt you. The mountain won't hurt you. Come on, now get up. Artie's going to take you home to your own bed.
I want to go home.
Okay.
I want my daddy.
Your daddy is right here, sweetheart. Right here.
Raise the place.
Get some sleeping pills.
Shouldn't I call the doctor?
No, don't call anybody. Do like he says. Get the sleeping pills.
See? Safe at home.
I want to go home.
Okay.
LSD, where would you get us stuff like
I want to go home.
It's okay, Maxie.
I want to go home.
See, Artie's here. Don't worry. Just lie in your own bed, honey, and you'll be all right. You didn't take much. Just relax, and you'll be all right.
Relax.
Yeah. How strong are they?
It says one for sleep.
Let me have two.
Who's that? Who's that?
I want to talk to you.
You just have to be quiet when I'm talking her down. I'm sorry. Here you go, Maxie. 2 caps. Tickets home.
The room?
Yeah. Now you know who's here? Your mom. Isn't that nice?
Mom?
Yeah.
Mom, I'm cold. I'm cold, Mom. Mom.
Just keep talking. If we can get her to sleep, it'll be okay in a couple hours.
Yes, Mommy's here, darling.
Mom.
Mommy's here. Mommy has a blanket for you.
Mom.
Yes,
I
darling.
want to talk to you now.
No. Going home.
Yes, go to sleep.
Mom.
Go to sleep.
Mom. Mom.
Go to sleep, sweetie.
There's no point.
No, there isn't. You were my own son, I'd kill you.
Can I say one thing?
No, just get out of here.
You're wrong about the...
Get out! You freak. Makes me sick to look at you. Just look what you've done. You get your clothes and get out.
I'll get my clothes some other time.
Oh, no, you won't. You're not coming back here for anything. You stay away from your sister, you hear? Your mother will send you your clothes to that freak joint where you work. You listen to me, you no good punk. If your sister suffers any damage because of this, any permanent damage, you better start running. Because I'm coming after you and I'm breaking every bone in your body.
I don't respect you anymore.
She's sleeping. Arthur, what are we going to do?
I don't know.
What happened?
I kicked them out. Freaky little punk.
What are we going to do? We've got to do something.
Where'd she take that stuff anyhow? Is she nuts or something? Perfect kid, normal as they come, kid with everything.
I think we ought to talk to somebody.
Who are we going to talk to? A head shrinker? Absolutely not.
Well, then who?
I don't know, but not one of those characters. If she's not nuts already, they make her that way.
Arthur, what about David?
I'm not going to David. It's a personal matter, family.
But he's a smart man. He teaches in prep school kids this age.
No.
He knows about these things. His special training, and he's our friend. He could help us.
I'm not getting the people next door involved in my private life.
David and Tina have had pretty good luck. I'd say pretty good luck with their Sandy.
There's a difference in kids. You can find fouled-up kids in any kind of a home.
Just the same, looking at our own, I'd say we must be doing something wrong.
You're saying this is my fault, aren't you?
Arthur,
please. Isn't that what you're saying? That it's my fault?
I wouldn't want to wake her up yet.
Look, Jerry, if you feel you have to turn to David and
Turn to David?
That's what I said.
Arthur, we need advice.
If you can't take my judgment...
You're anything. We're failing. Arthur, we have to face that.
All right. All right. If you want to go to David and Tina, you go. But let me tell you this. If David gives us advice that makes matters worse instead of better, because David could, he could make a mistake. If you have to turn to other people instead of me, all right? Tell you what you do, you go ahead. You get David. But remember this, I'm not taking the responsibility for anything that happens after that. You hear? It's your responsibility. So go ahead, come on. Go.
Do you know something, Arthur? Every time we come to any kind of a crisis where a decision has got to be made, you get furious at me.
That's a lie.
And you refuse to take any responsibility.
That's a lie, and you know it, a damn lie.
Well, I'm going next door.
All right, you do that.
Jerry, something wrong?
Well, sort of. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, sure. I don't want to wake Tina up. She got a little loaded tonight.
I bet I caught you at a bad time.
No. I was just going through the Bible, actually.
Well, this can wait.
No, this is important. Actually, I was just picking out some spots to assign to my students. You know, the Bible is great literature. The only way you get them to read it nowadays. The only way you get anybody to read it. What's wrong, Jerry? Jerry told me you might take a dim view of my coming over here like this.
No, she was right. I was wrong. Come on, sit down, huh?
Listen, I don't want to butt in.
How about a drink, huh?
Well, I'd rather have coffee if it's already made.
This late?
I'll make some.
Oh, don't bother. I can do it.
It only takes a minute.
Well, if I drank coffee this or I wouldn't slip a wink. Probably won't anyhow, not tonight.
Well, Jerry just told me the bare details of this thing.
For sake, Dave, what the hell do you have to do for kids in this world today? I mean, we've done everything. Everything humanly possible. We gave them love, piano lessons, tennis lessons, choir chorus, cheerleader. I mean, nice neighborhood, nice home.
Sometimes nothing like a big fat cliche for a starter, but sometimes it's really hard to know.
Oh, boy, you said it. I mean, look, if we were some kind of a neurotic bunch of, well, you know what I mean, then I could understand it, but let's go in the kitchen. I want Jerry in on this. Dave, do me a favor, huh? See here, Jerry and I, we maintain a certain mutual respect, if I can put it that way, so Well, if you don't mind, if you could just sort of avoid telling me what I've done wrong and instead just tell me what you've done right.
Don't worry about it, Arthur. I didn't come over here to place blame. I'm not capable of that.
I don't know why I even mentioned it. Come on. I just upset, I guess. Come on. Hey, sit down. Jerry will have you some hot java in a minute. I just can't believe what's happening is happening. I mean, a normal American family, good Christian values. Well, good values, let's say. I mean, not knocking any other religion, you know. All of a sudden, pow! And believe me, it's not the girl, that I promise you. I mean, she's a victim. That girl is as straight as a string. She's the victim of a brother.
Arthur.
What the hell happened? Like, what got into his brain?
Arthur.
Sweetheart, will you let me finish?
Arthur, my daughter is going to wake up. And what I want to know now is, now, not tomorrow, what do I say to her when she wakes up? What do I say?
You don't say anything. You give her love, and that's that. You think she doesn't know she made a mistake? Look, she's a normal, healthy kid who made a mistake. And now that freaky brother of hers is out of the house for good, she'll go back to being a normal, healthy kid. She doesn't need anybody to tell her to be what she already is. So in answer to your question, sweetheart, I'll tell you what you say to her. You don't say anything.
David, do you agree with that?
Well, yes.
There's your answer.
In general, for the most part, I can't say I think it's wrong. Because I'm not really qualified to judge.
It's a very good attitude, Dave.
I'm sure Arthur wasn't speaking of cutting off all communication.
Listen, those kids can come to us about anything. They know that. Yeah. We made a point of that, haven't we, sweetheart, huh? Yeah, sure. We always have. Always.
That smells good.
Keep me awake all night.
We did tell the children that they could come to us about everything, but obviously Maxie hasn't been doing that.
That's going to change.
You see, I think Arthur has the answer there. Get her to communicate, to really talk.
That's what I mean.
You can get her to say what's really on her mind, deep down.
That's what I mean.
I think he's right. All the things that she may not have said because she may have thought you didn't want her to say them.
Oh, but we did.
Did we, sweetheart, huh? I mean, did you really want it? Or were you afraid? Huh? Now, tell the truth. Haven't you kind of avoided facing the nitty-gritty?
No, he doesn't mean consciously.
No, of course not consciously. No, and I have to admit that I've been at fault myself for not having insisted on it sooner. Sweetheart, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to know your daughter better than you ever dreamed possible. I don't know if either one of us is going to be able to stand it, but Geronimo!
I want you folks to know that all this is going no further than right here.
Sure, Dave, sure.
I mean, they won't even know I came over here. Sandy's out on a date. Tina's sound asleep on the sofa. Hate to wake her up. Those diet pills she uses have those amphetamines in them, you know. They keep her so keyed up she can't really get to sleep anymore until she's about half destroyed.
Destroyed?
That's the word the kids at school use. I was using to mean, you know, drunk. I'm afraid the kids use it in a different context.
Yeah, destroyed like Maxie. Oh, it's okay, sweetheart. No, it's going to be okay, darling. Oh, sweetheart, I promise.
I'm sorry. I was doing all right until you used that awful word.
I read the definition of that word to my class the other day. To ruin the structure or organic existence of, to kill. I got the biggest laugh I got all year.
It's like a disease going around.
They don't trust us anymore. They don't trust our definitions. They want to pick our whole society up by the heels and shake it and see what falls out. At least the healthy ones want to do that. The other ones just want to get away from it any way they can.
Yeah, with drugs. Sweetheart, look, you know something in a funny way? We're lucky. That's right. I mean, we caught this thing in the beginning. All right, now, maybe we have lost our son to this sickness or craziness or whatever it is, but we're not going to lose our little girl.
It's all right to go to sleep. I mean, what if she should wake up in the middle of the night?
Those 2 bombs you gave her. She'll sleep till noon. Do you hear this?
right, darling. There's nothing to cry about. Everything's going to be all right. Nobody's mad at you. It was a mistake. Anybody can make a mistake. You're going to forget that it ever happened. No. There's nothing to cry about. Everything's all right. Isn't it, Daddy?
Yes, just fine, baby, just fine.
I can't help it.
Well, darling, try to stop crying for a minute, because Daddy and I want to talk to you.
Not now. Not now.
Do you want to go back to sleep?
No, I can't.
Well, is there any particular thing you're crying about?
No, I just feel like crying.
Well, maybe if you went back to sleep.
Yes, baby.
I don't want to sleep. I'm going to sit up and wait for Arnie.
Oh, but it's late now. We can talk in the morning. Why don't you at least try to go back to sleep?
Yes.
I told you I'm going to stay up and wait for Arnie.
Maybe
Well, he's not coming home tonight.
He's not? Well, where's he staying? I want to talk to him.
Listen, Maxie.
Arthur, please.
Sweetheart, we're going to stick to the truth, remember?
Why can't we just all go to bed on a nice note and then...
What truth? What are you talking about?
Let me handle this. Maxie. We know that Artie brought you that stuff.
What have you done?
Right. I sent him away.
Arnie? You kicked him out?
Your father felt that... Honey, we know how you love your brother. He's our son, don't forget. It's hard for us, too. Hard for your father, much harder than you think.
You know what you are, Daddy. You're a jackass.
She's trying to protect him. They've always been that way. He lies. She swears to it.
Honey, he knew immediately what was the matter with you tonight. He was expecting it.
You're both jackasses.
I think we ought to talk about this
I
in the
think
morning.
we better talk about this right now. Maxie.
You're not going to like it. Can I have a drag that?
I didn't know you smoked.
There's a lot you don't know. And I'm tired of playing a part. Not what you think I am.
All right. What do you think we think you are?
Nice?
I mean, she's just saying that she's still under the influence of something.
I know what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
This is not the first time I've tripped out. I've been up at least 15 times.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
In fact, I've tried all the grooves, even horse. But acid's my scene.
Oh, you talk like a... Where'd you get these words?
This is me, Daddy. This is me.
My daughter is sick. My little girl is sick.
I'm not sick. You are. That's why you're so miserable.
I am not miserable. At least I wasn't.
You know, you ought to drop a little acid. Like, you know, see God.
See God? Boy, you were really seeing God all right when we found you in that wardrobe.
I was on a bad trip. That can happen. My acid was cut with speed and I just didn't know it.
Speed, that's amphetamines, that pep-up stuff.
That's why I woke up so quick. Just by the sleeping pills.
I am going to be ill. I have to get out of here.
No, we start this, we're gonna finish it. Now, come on, sit down here. Sweetheart, give me that. All right. Now, let's have it. Aside from your freaky brother's influence, what got you started on this stuff?
My brother's influence has always been to tell me to leave this whole scene alone.
I don't believe that, but go on.
I took acid because I wanted to be a better person.
Oh, brother, that's the way to be a better person, all right.
And also, I guess, because you and Mom and the world in general just keep me uptight all the time.
Keep you uptight. How do we do that?
Just by being ridiculous. You know, dumb and phony.
In other words, you hate us.
I think so, yes.
All right. All right, you say we're dumb. Let's have an example.
I like everything I tell you, you believe.
For instance.
Like, if I tell you one of the kids is nice, you both say, oh, that's nice, and you can spend the night over there because it's a nice family. And that kid might be the biggest head you ever saw.
In other words, to trust is to be a fool. You are a sick person.
Mom, we didn't talk about my sex life. What's the matter? You scared to ask? Well, your worst suspicions are true. Would you believe this afternoon? You see what I mean? I wasn't at the football game like you thought. You see what I mean about them? I was with the boy. You know, with him.
What boy?
Try to hurt him, wouldn't you?
You're 16 years old.
Jailbait.
It was at Elliot, wasn't it, huh?
Sorry, Daddy, I'll have to take the 5th on that. Anyhow, there was another one before him. More than a year now. Oh, and don't worry, Mom, I'm not going to have a baby. I'm on the pill.
The pill? I don't believe you. Where would you 16, get such a thing?
It's easy. All the girls have them. I mean, you know, the ones that want them.
Am I losing my mind?
No.
Did I cause this?
No, you've been a good mother. I'm not gonna let you take the blame for this. This girl's just no good. That's all. She's rotten. It could happen in any family.
She's sick. She's sick.
Aren't you two being kind of hypocritical?
What are you trying to say?
You and Daddy did it before you were married. I heard you talking about it.
You...
I mean, you never talked about it.
Arthur...
You remember that girl, Sharon, that used to come spend the night with me last year?
Dr. Bernard's daughter?
Mm-hmm. Well, she used to bring her father's stethoscope, and we'd go into the hall bathroom and put the stethoscope on your bedroom wall. Daddy.
We've got to get her to a doctor.
Not sick. She's crazy. Kids nowadays, they're crazy.
Arthur, don't you understand? If she weren't sick, this couldn't happen. It just couldn't happen.
Jerry? Jerry? What are you doing up? It's 5 o'clock.
Arthur, she's gone.
Will tomorrow come? Will tomorrow come?
No, again, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Will tomorrow come? Will tomorrow come? Without you for my sunshine, will my love fade away?
This is Jimmy. This is Bill. My folks.
We want to talk to you, Artie. Alone.
You the famous guitar buster?
It's okay.
Couldn't wait to shoot off your mouth, huh?
Artie, Maxie's run away.
I'm not surprised.
Where is she? She's not hanging around with you freaks, is she?
You should be so lucky.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, did you call the police?
We don't need the police. If you know where she is, tell us. If you don't know, tell us that so we can get out of this.
I'm sure she went to the East Village. You want me to come along? Maybe I could help.
We've had enough of your kind of help. What's the address? Do you know it?
I want him with me.
No, he's the cause of this whole damn mess. No.
And I'm afraid I'm not coming with you either, Arthur.
They won't give you the time of day down there, Dad. They'll think you're a Fed, a narc agent.
Okay, let's go. Coming. He knows this place, knows it, came straight here. Well, where are they? Where do I go?
Try this door.
You wait right here with your mother.
Arthur.
Sweetheart, I want you to see this.
Be careful.
Hey, man. Are you from the Red Cross? Well, we gave already.
Where's Maxie?
Look, I don't know any Maxie.
You know her all right. I've got witnesses. And she's a minor. So you tell me where she is and do it fast or you're gonna end up in jail.
Hey, look, man, I told you I ain't seen nobody, okay?
I'll be back with cops.
Daddy!
You stupid freaked-out head!
Hey, listen, I didn't want to get you in trouble.
I'll run away again, just as soon as I can.
Well, nobody seems very talkative this afternoon.
Frankly, Doctor, I don't think we've been getting much done here in these things. So far, all I've heard in these sessions, how many of them? 4 or 5? All I've heard is what a big phony I am. Maybe I am. Personally, I don't think so, but if my daughter wants to tell me that, let her tell me for free. Nothing personal, Doctor.
What do you say about that, Maxie?
I don't know.
Well, you must have some thoughts on it.
Not really.
And what about you, Jerry?
Well, I know it is expensive, but it seems to me that just the fact that she's coming here with us and sitting here is important.
Do I have a choice?
Maxie, would you do me a favor?
Maybe.
Well, every time you come, you wear those dark glasses and that scarf so I can hardly see you.
I'm passively alienated.
She memorized these damn phrases and she can't wait to use them.
You're a pretty girl. It would be nice to see you while we talk. That's much better, thanks. Now, Maxie, why do you think your dad's a phony?
Well, for one thing, he's a tail chaser.
Maybe you'd like to amplify that.
He goes into the city a lot and he doesn't always work. I've seen him with women several times.
Maybe Arthur has an explanation.
I've known for a long time.
By any evidence?
No. I knew, that's all. Women always know.
Sometimes you're wrong.
When we suspect it, then we can be wrong, but when we know it, we're always right.
Not always.
Always. Whether we admit it to ourselves or not is another question, but I did admit it. I decided to live with it.
And you didn't, Maxie couldn't. Is that right, Maxie?
I couldn't care less what he does. That's his thing, let him do it. Just like suffering is her thing and prying into other people's business is yours. So why can't I do mine without being bugged all the time about it?
Your father's crying, Maxie. What do you think about that?
Didn't think he could.
Look, about this afternoon.
I tucked her in just like a little girl. I think it did her good to get her out of her system.
How about you, huh?
I don't know.
Aren't you gonna get dressed for bed?
You know, it's funny. As long as you didn't know that I knew, it was bearable. But now I don't know if I can go to bed with you anymore.
Listen, I'd like to say one thing.
You don't have to say anything,
Damn it,
really.
yes, I do. And you can go ahead and bawl if you want to.
I'm not gonna bawl.
All right, whatever you feel like. But you've got to know that it wasn't anything that you did or didn't do.
Please stop it.
It was me, a weakness in me. Some kind of a damn no-good streak or selfishness. Jerry, nobody ever got close. I mean, there was never any kind of closeness or anything like that. It was just, I swear, plain, irresponsible animal instincts. One other thing. I always felt... No, two things. Always felt ashamed, every time. I'm ashamed now. Well, that's one thing. The other thing is... The other thing is, I'm not going to do it again.
You know, I smoke too much.
You know, the idea of group therapy is for people to talk. Jack? Peggy? Well, surely somebody has something to say.
Yeah, I do.
I don't want to listen to you again. He's got a comment on everything. He doesn't know anything about anything.
Do you have a comment?
Yes, I do.
You don't mind, do you? Ladies first. Go ahead, Maxie.
Well, first of all, the more I come to these gross things, the less I know why I'm here. I mean, these meetings are really gross.
These group sessions might get a bit gross sometimes.
This person here, this Wally, is a nut. Just wastes our time. That guy, that big jackass there, is a big authority on everything. Doesn't know anything about anything. Makes me sick. You all make me sick. If I had some acid, I'd drop it right here, right now.
Drop it.
That means take it.
See what I mean? I don't want to come back here anymore.
What do you want, Maxie?
Out. I want out.
Of our world, you mean?
Yes, we're going to find a new reality.
With drugs?
Yeah.
Let's think about this a minute. Now, isn't running away from life as it is, away from reality, isn't that a kind of death?
Well, what's so bad about death? What get us out of this?
slip it, huh? That's all she needed, sweetheart. Just a little family type thing. Hey, Dave.
Sandy!
Can't tell you how much I appreciate you bringing a gang.
Did you thank Mr. Mason for these tire chains?
Let me pay you.
Yeah, let me have the keys to your car. I'll put them in the trunk for you, okay?
No, I'll do it, Mom.
Well, no, you stay here and have a good time. You haven't even had to drink yet. He thinks if he doesn't drink his drink tonight, I'll let him have two tomorrow.
Look, to tell you the truth,
No,
Mom.
no, sneaky. Let me have your keys.
Look, Mom.
Come on, he'll go off and get stuck in the
Mom, I
snow
can
with some
do it
girl and you'll
myself,
have to
you-
kiss her. I got her. What? Do you believe that boy? He's got a thing for that car. He's gonna marry that car someday. Well, he can marry anything he wants to as long as he's on the dean's list. You know what I mean? Hey, what is it the kids say nowadays? They say, do your thing. Well, if it's some nice, healthy thing like cars that turn him on, more power to him. To each his own, right, lover boy?
I see what I mean, sweetheart. You gotta follow instincts. The doctor didn't tell me. My instincts told me. Get the people next door over here and laugh it up a little. And look what happened, huh? She had a ball. An old-fashioned ball.
It's the first time I've seen her like that since I don't know when.
And with a guy with a haircut, huh? A guy with a bag.
A young man who actually believes in school. I miss Artie. Darling, tell me someday everything's gonna be nice again.
It will, sweetheart. It will now. Believe me.
Maxie? Maxie.
In my judgment, your daughter has ingested a large dose of STP.
STP? That's the dangerous one, isn't it?
It can be, yes. We know of no antidote for STP. We can only try to keep the person quiet and wait for it to wear off. I suggest you go home and try to get some rest, yeah? Come back around 10 o'clock.
Dave, I don't know how you can sleep after what's happened next door. Huh?
I can sleep because I'm very tired.
Huh?
And although I'm sorry for what happened next door, it didn't happen to me, it happened to them. I'm sorry for Arthur and Zara, you know I am. But I don't see how my staying awake is going to help them. You understand, honey?
But why do you suppose he wouldn't let me have the keys to the car? Why, huh?
Keys to the... Sweetheart, what are you trying to say?
Nothing. It just seems very funny, that's all.
You know something, sweetheart? Those diet pills are making you downright kooky.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you've had enough to drink to put a horse to sleep, and look at you.
I just can't help it.
Sweetheart, would you rather shut up and turn out the light, or do you want me to go sleep on the sofa?
No. You go to sleep. Mr. Lee. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Glad you found it.
What is this stuff?
It's just what you think. Grass, speed, acid.
What are you doing with it?
Well, what do you think? I'm selling it.
No, please, Dave, don't do that. Don't! You. Maxie got it from you.
Look, the kids are taking this stuff. I mean, not me, but a lot of the others. Well, they gotta buy it from somebody, right? So why not me? Besides, you think I can get along and buy school clothes on that lousy little allowance you give me? I mean, you think
that lousy little allowance is your father's life's blood.
You get a kick out of scrimping and saving. You always have. And how do you expect me to buy gas to get back and forth on the weekends? And this is easy. There's nothing to it.
Until you get arrested.
No, the cops almost look the other way. There's so much of it, they're embarrassed. If they tried to arrest all the grass heads, they'd be putting their own kids in jail.
Aren't you afraid we'll have you arrested?
I know you, Pop. I'm your fair-haired boy. Well, that's the biggest kick you have in life, telling everybody how great I am, how I'm going to be a big lawyer someday. And you're right, I am. You wouldn't bust that up. Not for anything. You couldn't take it. So, in a way, it's lucky for me that you found out, because now that you know, you'd be sort of accomplices. And I can keep the stuff right here in the house. I hate sneaking anyhow. I really am. That you're so shook up, I mean, but...
Dave, are you okay?
Yeah.
No, Dave, not the police. Not now. No, let's have time to think,
Somebody
please.
has to start somewhere.
Our own son. In our own home.
It's a shame for you to be wasting your time like this. That officer just violated my rights. They'll let me go immediately. As a citizen, I feel you can make better use of your time trying to catch criminals.
We've sent for a peer to sit with him.
Oh, peer? What?
Yes, a friend, a peer. Someone they feel they can trust. Someone not of the establishment, if you will. And this peer helps us by talking them down, as we say.
This is what they call the psycho ward, isn't it?
An unfortunate name. It is also unfortunate that for space and personnel reasons, we have to put a young girl like your daughter in the same ward with DT cases and heroin addicts who've OD'd everything imaginable.
OD'd?
OD, that means overdosed, I think.
Just one word of warning. She may have an adverse reaction to seeing you here.
Well, maybe we shouldn't even go in.
No. I like to see her reaction if you don't mind. But don't be upset if she doesn't seem glad to see you.
Oh, I wanted to ask one thing. Would it be all right if we tried to talk to her and tell her we were wrong about something? apologize, I mean.
Try.
You'll be all right?
Try it by all means. If she's receptive, it can be a big help.
Mother.
You don't. Maxie. Maxie. Maxie, we found out about Sandy. He admitted it to his mother and father. And we came to apologize to you for accusing your brother. We know how you love him. And
Mom! Wait a minute.
Artie, I have to get out of here.
I heard you wigged out pretty bad.
Oh, you must be the whatchamacallit, the peer, huh?
And they said she asked for me.
Listen, Artie, I made a pretty bad mistake about you.
That's life.
Artie. You help her get better, huh?
I'll try.
my son's waiting for me.
Maxie.
Do you like it?
Oh, yes, it's very nice.
Honest and truly?
Honest and truly.
It's yours.
Oh.
But have these too. I hate them.
You hate?
Hate them, hate them, hate them.
So why do you do them?
To please Dr. Salazar. If I please Dr. Salazar, he's going to let me out of here.
Oh, that'd be good. Maybe in time for Thanksgiving, huh? We want you back home again with us so much.
You do?
You're gonna be happy, you'll see. I mean, things are getting back to, together again. I mean, Artie is, well, he drops by more now. A lot more these last couple of weeks, and Mom and I,
Why didn't she come?
Well, she had these things that she had to do.
She's upset, you mean?
Now, you have to admit, you weren't exactly very nice to her the last time she was here, sweetheart.
She's chicken. I hate chicken people. But I want to come home. Really, I do. I mean, if Dr. Salazar ever thought that I didn't want to go home, why, he'd never let me out of here. Do you like it?
Oh, very much.
Just the same as this one. Daddy, do you think they're good? I mean, Really good?
Yes, I think so. I'm no art critic, but... Yes, they show talent, yes.
Really like to lie a lot, don't you, Dad?
Oh, Maxie, I
You see what I mean? I don't want to come home. Lies and lies and lies. Oh, Daddy. Don't tell Dr. Salazar I said that. Please, I do want to be with you and Mama. Don't tell him, Daddy, please.
I won't, baby, I won't.
Anyhow, really, I want to come home and be with you and Mom. Really.
Oh, that's wonderful, baby. That's wonderful.
I do. I do. It's not very good, is it? It's me, isn't it, Daddy?
Except for those black eyes. I mean, your eyes are blue.
Maybe they're blue outside. Inside, they're black. Daddy, why do you want me to come home?
Why? Because we love you, that's why.
Liar. 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 Liar.
Maxie!
Liar!
Stop it.
Liar! Liar! Liar!
Maxie, don't. Maxie. Maxie, I'm sorry.
Oh. Go away! Go away!
Maxie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got you upset, Maxie. I'm going, Maxie. I'm going. Oh, Maxie, I won't be able to be with you next week. I mean, I'll be out of town, but your mom, maybe she
Tell her
can...
not to bother.
Maybe she isn't. I mean, she...
Go away. Please go away.
All right, baby, I will. I'll see you in about 10 days, baby.
Just gets me uptight. I have a right to get uptight just like anybody else. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with me. So I don't want to go back with them anymore. And I don't see why I have to wait till I'm 18. Kids know a lot more than they used to when that law was made.
About some things.
About everything. Anyway, about the important things.
Is self-preservation an important thing?
That's a trick question. I'm not going to answer it.
All right. Let's suppose that your parents agree to let you go free. Right now, be on your own.
They might as well. 14 months, when I'm 18, I'm going to do it anyhow, so they might as well.
All right. Let's suppose they do. What would you do? I mean, how would you arrange your life?
Well, first I'd take a long trip with my boyfriend.
Why a long one?
Because I never had a long one. I never had enough bread for that much stuff.
What do you call a long trip?
About a week.
If you didn't have the money before, how would you expect to
I
have it
don't
now?
know. Somehow.
Well, we don't have much time left. What else would you like to talk about?
When do I get out of here?
We're working on that.
Well, I talked with her for about 10 minutes. It was like she was on the other side of a stone wall.
You didn't tell her I was in bed.
I told you I wouldn't. Oh, if it'll do you any good, Salazar said your reaction was a common one. Very understandable. Said you'd soon snap back.
Sometimes you wonder if you want to snap back. Did he say how long she'd have to be in this What a hideous way of saying it. This controlled environment?
No. I asked him the same thing. It just depends. They have no way of knowing until they get to observe for a while. But what bugs me is it all boils down to money. Because everything does sooner or later. But they have these private hospitals where they get the best possible care, where they have about 2 staff members per patient, plenty of therapy, everything of the best.
That's where Maxie's got to be.
Yeah, that's what I said. These places run from about, you ready for this? 25 to 40,000 a year.
25
to 40,000 a year.
But nobody can afford that.
We can't, that's a cinch.
Well, what else is there?
Well, after that, it drops way off. You get into the public places, you know, the municipal places, and there, well, they do the best they can, I guess, but they're understaffed. Worst of all, they don't really have a place just specifically for this kind of a thing. In most municipal institutions, you'd be in with, well, you name it, addicts, heroin addicts, schizophrenics, whatever you call them, every kind of a nut you can think of.
Well, that's impossible. We can't put her in anything like that.
I know.
Arthur, are they sure? I mean, couldn't we try it just once more at home?
3 specialists talked to her. They all recommend against it. They all agree that she has very strong, self-destructive urges.
Why can't we put her in one of these expensive places for 6 months? We could afford 6 months. Arthur, you're not telling me everything they said.
Sweetheart, they think that she may be in need of this controlled environment indefinitely.
You don't mean for the rest of her life?
It's possible. I asked what would happen if we just let her go free. They said she'd probably destroy herself in one way or another eventually. So I said, well, the way I feel now, instead of burying her in some institution, I just soon let her go out and drug herself to death the way she wants to, and then bury her. But that'd be quitting. We're not going to quit. There's a way. There's a good chance that she can get well. He said that. They all agreed on that. That's what we have to hang on to, sweetie. Oh, no, sweetheart, don't feel. Sweetheart, you know what Salazar said? He said that she doesn't hate us at all. She thinks she hates us because we're violating her image of us or something like that. Anyhow, the way he explains it is she's grown old enough to see our faults, but just not mature enough yet to forgive them. But how could that be?
Oh, hi. Hello, Arthur. Listen, I've got to talk to you. What? I just called from a station house. Try to be calm now, Arthur. They said he was on his way home. He's here. They turned him loose. Some technicalities, illegal search and seizure, and something else. Listen, the main thing... No!
Thanks, fellas.
No! Wait! Wait there! My daughter is an institution, and you're not going to walk around free! All right, break it up! My God! Break it up! Come on! Take it back! Take it back! You're not going to walk around free!
Hey, he's crazy! He's gone crazy!
Come on!
You heard him. He tried to kill me. I want him arrested for assault and battery, you hear? You saw it. You all saw it. I want him arrested, you hear? I know my rights.
Oh, sorry, fella. You'll have to come along with us now.
There's gotta be somebody on my side somewhere.
What'd you say, fella?
Nothing.
Now, let's go.
Nothing.